You know, took me a while to make this video. I wanted things to play out first, but told y'all we're going to talk about everything on here. So what I've been seeing lately is people hating on Coach Prime. I've made a couple of videos about it. If you haven't seen it, all you got to do is just scroll through the past history. However, with this situation, I seen Redick make that subliminal tweet about Dion, and Lebron is allegedly backing it up, talking about the locker room was sacred. Well, I watched 78's video earlier, and this is when I go back to people don't study their history. Y'all know history. Well, if you know anything about me, I'm a huge history buff. And for most people, that class was boring back then. But this is why I always stress that history is important. But like 78 said in this video, Nuke Rockne was doing it in the 1920s. Come on, guys, we're gonna go. Come on, guys. All you have to do is Google it. Many coaches was doing it in the 30s, 40s, and 50s. I mean, this is just utterly ridiculous. You talking about something being sacred? How come when the hip hop preacher Eric Thomas records himself in professional meetings and stuff with athletes, you don't hear the same backlash? You can also just go on YouTube and look at other celebrities talking to athletes, and you don't hear that kind of backlash. But let's talk about why y'all really mad. Y'all mad because y'all see somebody as confident, as alpha as this man, and he's intimidating. And some people will say, well, I mean, he can just be quiet and this, that, and the third. Okay, well, what about Bobby Knight? People praise Bobby Knight. Bobby Knight was basically the governor of Indiana in the 1980s and 1990s. And 1970s, late 1970s. But you don't never really hear people talk about that. It's always got to do something with Coach Prime. Another, Trent Dilfer, Super Bowl winning champion Michigan quarterback, just went off on somebody, on one of his assistants at the game. Could you imagine if Coach Prime did that? It would be on world news. You would have eight panel, 4 for him, 4 against him. You don't want to see the man win. The man was at Jackson State. And I'm going to make a side video about Jackson State still. It's coming. But the man was at Jackson State getting recruits. Y'all was hating on him then. The man goes to Colorado. He left for reasons that we never really want to talk about. But I'm going to get into it in the next video. Just watch me. The man goes to Colorado. He generates over $200 million already through TV viewerships and everything. And y'all are so upset. But if anybody else did it, you wouldn't be that mad. Oh, why? Because he's about to start getting recruits? Didn't Kirby Smart's speech leak out, and with all that language and everything, everybody was so fired up? When Nick Saban would act the way he acts, y'all say, well, I mean, he's the GOAT. But Coach Prime can't do anything without y'all criticizing him. Just admit you don't want nobody that's like Coach Prime from the culture, because y'all afraid he finna take all your players. And it'll still be some left. I'm sure, what's his name? Lincoln Riley, he gonna get his quarterback. He didn't win 3 Heismans. Kirby Smart, I'm sure he'll get some of his. But every game, it's just every game that this team wins, y'all get madder and madder. And I'm not talking about the people who root for Dion. I'm talking about the people who secretly just hate that man's guts. But let me keep it real with y'all. The people who really mad are a lot of casual fans. But who brought y'all to college football? Now, I've been a college football fanatic since I was a young child. I grew up right near a major Big Ten school. But you didn't really hear people just all into it. You would have a couple of bandwagoners here and there, but this man got 10 million people watching a game during the regular season. This ain't a national title game. This ain't two Heisman finalists going up against each other. This isn't USC at Notre Dame in 2005 with the Bush push. This isn't USC versus Texas with Vince Young single-handedly beat USC. This is a regular game versus Colorado State in Oregon. Y'all so mad about it. It's just ironic. And what you don't understand is the more madder you get, the more you talk about it, i.e. Jason Whitlock, the more promotion you're going to give him. And like he said, you better beat them this season because they just had another 3/4-star recruit from the state of Georgia commit today, I believe. So this is just I want to tickle y'all taste buds just a little bit because I'm finna go in on this next video.